So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with my Odd Eyes deck profile for the new February 5th, 2018 Banlist. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and of course guys, as I progress to the deck profile, I'll be explaining to you guys some of my card choices and the reasons why I play them. To be honest guys, this deck is actually really fun to play, and especially with the release of Electrumite. Electrumite actually makes this deck a little bit more consistent, and of course a little bit more explosive. So I'll explain to you guys all my card choices once I progress to the video. I playtested this deck for quite some time, and it's working really well. It's a really fun deck to play. Guys, if you guys want access to exclusive content, make sure you guys check out my Patreon page in the description box below. That's where you guys can get early access to deck profiles, and I usually do a lot of polls on Patreon as well, asking you guys what deck profile you want to see, and I also give out amazing rewards for the Patreon tiers as well. So make sure you guys check my Patreon page in the description box below. Another way you guys can help support the channel is by getting your Blue Eyes and Sage playmat today. If you guys love Blue Eyes and you guys love Sage, make sure you guys get your mat today. I'll leave a link in the description box below. I do PayPal only, and I do free shipping to Canada and USA. International shipping may cost extra. Start with the monster you'll play, of course, triple Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. You guys all know the end phase effect where it's able to pop itself to search a 1500 or less Pendulum monster directly from the deck to your hand. So you can get access to cards like Persona Dragon. Aside from the searching effect, the really important thing about its effect is that when it's destroyed, you can trigger off cards like Astrograph and also Chronograph Sorcerers in your hand, so that way that it can bring themselves out on the field. Its monster effect, you guys all know, if this card battles an opponent monster, any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is then doubled. So this card is able to easily just OTK your opponent overall, depending on the monster it attacks with. Next off, you're going to play, of course, triple Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. This card is absolutely incredible. The reason why this card is so good is that this card is your extender of the deck. This card enables you to bring out an Odd Eyes monster directly from the deck if an Odd Eyes card you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect. And that's why Electrumite is just so good in this current build, is because it triggers off Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon's effect. So if you have an Odd Eyes Arc and an Odd Eyes monster on the board or in your scale, you can use Electrumite to pop the monster or pop the scale, and then after the resolution, Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon will activate this effect. Since the Odd Eyes monster was destroyed by Electrumite's effect, you're able to tutor out an Odd Eyes monster directly from the deck using Arc Pendulum's effect. So triple Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon, really essential to actually play in this deck. Next one to play, of course, triple Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. This card is absolutely amazing. It is essentially a Mythical Beast Jackal. Once per turn, during the player's turn, you can target one monster or a special summon from the extra deck and negate its effect. So if you have this card on the field with a Vortex, essentially two negates. So your Vortex can negate a Spawn Trap or monster effect, and then you have Persona Dragon, which can negate cards like Electrumite that comes out in the extra monster zone. Persona Dragon can actually be searched directly from the deck to your hand with Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon's end phase effect, because it has 1200 attack. So the way that you actually want to bring out Odd Eyes Persona Dragon is in defense position, of course. The next card you want to play is, of course, the Performer Power Odd Eyes Synchron. This card helps you get access to your Supreme King Synchro monster, which helps you Regeki the board, and it also helps you get access to Ignister as well, which is really powerful. So you want Odd Eyes Performer Power, and you want to play, of course, the Wonder Performer Power Odd Eyes Dissolver. This card is really good. This card is absolutely amazing. It helps you get access to your Vortex Dragon, and its monster effect is that at the start of the damage step, if your Pendulum monster battles an opponent monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, your monster cannot be destroyed by that battle. And also its scale effect and its monster effects helps you get access to Vortex Dragon. Not only does it give you access to fusion monsters, but it can freely special summon itself from your hand during the battle phase, so that way you can just apply more damage on the board with its 2000 attack. And the last Odd Eyes monster you're playing in the deck is, of course, the one Odd Eyes Lancer Dragon. If a Pendulum monster control is destroyed by battle by card effect, you contribute one monster special summon this card from your hand. You actually do not use its primary effect to special summon itself like that. Most of the time you're actually able to bring out this card directly from the deck using the Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. The really good thing about this card is that this card is a 3000 beat stick, which helps you get rid of any problematic monster on the board, and it also has an amazing effect where if this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. And if an Odd Eyes card you control would be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can destroy one Odd Eyes card in your hand, monster zone, or pendulum zone instead. So not only is this card a 3000 beat stick, but it also helps protect your Odd Eyes card on the board, and it also prevents your opponent from activating spell or trap card effects when this card attacks. Next for your supporting engine is you want to play, of course, triple Supreme King Dark Worm. This card helps you get access to Gate 0 directly from the deck to your hand, and since Joker is now banned, this card is essentially the best normal summon in the deck. Dark Worm helps you get access to, of course, Supreme King Gate 0 directly from the deck to your hand when it's normal summon. And normal summons are actually important in this deck is because you obviously want to make Electrumite before you get access to your Pendulum summon. And Supreme King Gate 0 is really good because it's a low scale. So triple Dark Worm and Supreme Gate 0. And since the ban hammer on Joker, Supreme King Dark Worm is essentially the best normal summon for this specific deck. Next off, guys, I actually really like this card in the deck is triple Abyss Actor Current Raiser. Not a lot of Odd Eyes build play this card, but I feel like this card is absolutely important, especially since now we have access to Electrumite. I want to get access to Electrumite as quickly as possible. Aside from Dark Worm being normal summon, you can can also normal summon the Curtain Raiser as well. And if you have multiple copies of this card in your hand, you're also playing cards like Allure of Darkness, which can help you, draw 2 new cards and banish the Curtain Raiser in your hand. Another card that helps you get access to Electrumite is cards like Astrograph Sorcerer. This card is absolutely insane. I really believe that this card is actually ban worthy. Next ban list, the fact that you're able to plus so much off Astrograph Sorcerer is just too much. Whenever a card that you control is destroyed by battle by card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand and then search any card that was destroyed from your extra deck this turn. So especially when you have cards like Skyris and also Electrumite to pop cards on the board, you can easily trigger off Astrograph Sorcerer's effect. Also, Astrograph Sorcerer comboing off with Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon is absolutely amazing. So when you pop a scale, so your scale gets popped, you activate Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon's effect, you chain Astrograph summon itself, you search whatever Skyris popped, and then Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon will trigger off to special summon an Odd Eyes monster directly from the deck. So comboing off with Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum with Astrograph is just absolutely insane. And the triple Chronograph Sorcerer, exactly the same thing. And Chronograph has amazing abilities, also special summon a monster from your hand, so that way you can just apply for more damage on the board, and also helps you get access to Electrumite. And the really good thing about Astrograph in this deck is that Astrograph is a level 7, which helps you get access to rank 7 XYZ, such as Absolute Dragon, Flare Metal, and also Big Eye. So Astrograph and Chronograph, definitely a must-have in this deck. And especially with the release of cards like Electrumite and also cards like Skyris in this deck already, Astrograph and Chronograph are just very good in the deck. And you must play these cards, of course, Time Gazer and also Stargazer for Chronograph and also Astrograph targets. And last but not least, you're going to play the Luster Pendulum. Luster Pendulum, you can easily search this card directly from your deck to your hand off Duelist Alliance. And once Luster Pendulum activates effect to pop another card in the scale, you can trigger off Astrograph or Chronograph's effect. So that's what's really good about Luster Pendulum. So that's pretty much it for the Pendulum monsters you're playing in the deck. For the spells, Triple Skyris, very important to play in the deck, helps protect your scales and also help trigger off Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon and also Astrograph and Chronograph Sorcerer, and it gets you access to any Odd Eyes card directly from the deck to your hand. Next we're going to play, of course, Triple Spiral Flame Strike. This card helps you get access to Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon and also Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon directly from the deck to your hand. And if you control an Odd Eyes card, you can target one card on the field and destroy it. So not only does this card give you access to the level 7 Odd Eyes in your deck, you can also pop cards on the board to trigger off Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon's effect. And you can also target cards on your opponent's side of the field and destroy them as well. So this card is really amazing for that. Next, you're going to play Triple Duelist Alliance. Essentially searches your entire deck. Last but not least, the 1 Odd Eyes Fusion. Really good card going second to help you get access to cards like Vortex. And then you want to play double Allure of Darkness. You're playing a ton of darks in this deck. So that's pretty much it for the main deck, guys. Main deck is always up to personal preference on what you guys want to play in the deck. But just use my deck list as a guide to what you guys can play in your own deck. Side deck is always up to personal preference as well. But this card is essential to play in the side. Is Triple Wavering Eyes. You must play this card against the Mirror Match and also against any other Pendulum deck. Triple Evenly Match. Very amazing to help you combat against today's metagame. Triple Cause Cyclone actually help you combat against cards like Anti-Spell Fragments. Triple D-Bear, really good card to actually help you go first. When you set up your board with cards like Vortex and Persona Dragon against the Mirror Match, you can flip cards like Dimensional Bear to basically stop your opponent from Pendulum Summoning. And last but not least, against really big boards with Titanic Galaxy, Naruto, and also the Vortex Dragon, you have cards like Spear Mode to actually help you get rid of those Problematics monster on the board. So that's pretty much it for the side deck, guys. Side deck is always up to personal preference, but the card that I actually recommend you guys playing the most is Triple Wavering Eyes, definitely, and also the Sphere Mode in my personal opinion. Off to your extra deck, guys, the new addition to the deck, Triple Heavy Metaphors Electrumite. Card is fantastic. Helps pop cards on the board, helps you draw cards, and also help you trigger off cards like Astrograph, Chronograph, and most importantly, Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. Really essential to play in the deck. I'm so glad that this card is out. It makes every Pendulum deck better. Decode Talker, Saruya Skull Dread, and the Underclock Taker. Card is really good to actually help OTK. For your rank 4 XZs, you're going to play 41 Baguska, Supreme King, Dragon Dark Rebellion. Really good card to actually help OTK. Number 11, Big Eye, Flare Metal, and Absolute Dragon. These cards are your rank 7s that you can play in the deck. Double copies of Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. You can get access to this card using the Dissolver, Odd Eyes Fusion, and also Absolute Dragon's effect. Supreme King, Starving Venom. And last but not least, the Ignister and also the Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. You can get access to Ignister and also Supreme King using the Odd Eyes Synchron's effect. And also you get access to Ignister using your Luster Pendulum as well. So that's pretty much it for the main deck, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this deck profile, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing, guys. The goal of this deck is to actually try to push out damage as quickly as possible. Having access to cards like Electrumite helps you do so, and also helps you get access to more monsters from your extra deck while Electrumite is on the board. Electrumite is just really good in this deck, in my personal opinion, because it actually helps you trigger off cards like Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon, which you want to do most of the time in this deck. So aside from Skyris triggering off Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon's effect with the release of Heavy Metaphors Electrumite, this deck speed has just gone up significantly. So this card is absolutely amazing to play in any Pendulum based deck. So that's pretty much for the deck profile, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see more potentially combo videos of this deck, make sure you guys let me know in the comment section below. This is Sam from Team SamHam. I'm signing out. Alright, guys. Peace.
feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, shh, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'ma keep with it like no